Hi, I'm back. So anyways, yeah. So we ended up hanging out and then finished at Walmart. After Walmart, we went over to his hotel and we ended up watching. Oh yeah, so I get there and I'm like, okay, the door doesn't even close. Like, what kind of hotel is this? And so I looked at the reviews and like it said what it said. I was like, oh my goodness, like this is sucky. And like I walked in and it was the smell and I was like, okay. And I noticed like a family seems to live like right across the hall and I was like, okay. Like not just vacation, but yeah. So anyways, I'm across the hall, or like I'm in there, and I'm looking at the reviews, and because like I'm just like, this place seemed shady, I just stood at the bed and I didn't move. And he went ahead and he sat on the couch and he's like, oh, this is kind of hard. Then he sat on the bed. I was like, oh, this is kind of comfortable. I was like, I'm gonna take the couch because the couch seems a lot safer. And then you're finding the bed comfortable, and I don't even trust the bed because I'm like, bed bugs. I'll take cockroaches, not bed bugs. And I'm like, I don't want. I'm good. I'm totally good. And so I went ahead and like I ended up falling. I had a headache throughout the day, and I ended up falling asleep on the couch after we watched. He fell asleep before I did. But he slept on the bed, I slept on the couch. He watched, or like we watched, what movie was it? I watched The Sheet Detective. We both watched The Sheet Detectives, and then we ended up watching Bumblebee. No, it was a different one. We watched Bumblebee this morning. I forget what it was. I think I posted it in the, like, I posted the trailer for it, and I was like, oh, okay, like, yay, I finally get to watch this. I haven't seen it yet. So I ended up watching it and then falling asleep right there on the bed. And then during this entire time also, so it was such a, like, so the door didn't close, A, and then B, like, I went to go to the restroom, and you know how toilets, they usually have, like, the seat lid, like the seat cover, they have a seat. Like, you go ahead and attach the seat there, and then they also have a seat lid. It didn't have any of that. I'm just like, this room should have been shut down, like closed off, so they could not like rent this place out. They should have been like, we don't have any room or something. And I was like, this is a skanky like hotel. So there's that. And then also in the microwave, if you don't have the glass container, the glass bottom part, it goes ahead and distributes the heat throughout the entire microwave, so that way it allows the entire thing, whatever's in the microwave, to distribute heat and get heated, all of it, for all of it to get heated and not just like a certain portion of it. Well, on it, this particular microwave, they had 3 portions, so like that, like a roller, I guess, 1, 2, and then 3. One of the rollers did not have, like, one of the legs or whatever, they didn't have the roller. So basically, like, it was tipped down. So the part without the roller, it was tipped down, the glass was tipped down, and so mainly that part was heating up food. The rest of it was not heating up food. I was like, what in the world? So there's that. That was 2. Okay, no, that was 3. So the front door wouldn't close all the way. You had to lift up the door and close it. The toilet seat, there was no toilet seat. The microwave was broken, and then also the shelf in the closet was also broken. There was not a support beam, so because it did not have a support beam, it was leaning. So he's like, yeah, I go by reputation, or like, you know, because he really is happy with Choice Hotels. I was like, no, you never do that. You go ahead and look at the reviews for that individual hotel, because some of them can be really decent. Like, I'll admit, like, there's some hotels like Motel 6, my family growing up, we went and stayed in Motel 6, but nowadays I'm just like, let me look at the reviews first, because some of them can be decent, and then some of them, like, I don't know, I haven't stayed in Motel 6 in a while. So, yeah, So, yeah, overall, like, I'm trying to sign up for every single reward program there is right now. But yeah, so overall, I just, like, I went there, and, like, I went number 1. I had to go number 2. I did not go number 2 because I actually had to stand up. So then after that, I left the hotel and I went over to the gas stations. The 2 closest gas stations, one of them, the women's bathroom was close. And the men's bathroom, like, I think somebody was in there because I tried to open the door and it was locked. And then I went over to the gas station across from me, or across that bathroom. I went into the bathroom. I turned on light. The one directly in front of me, it showed out of order. The one next to it, so it had 2 stalls in this other gas station. One of them was out of order. The other one had no toilet tissue. And it looked as though they would basically put in a roll and then, like, ignore it. Put in another roll, ignore it. And so I am guessing that they hadn't taken care of the bathroom in a while. And I was like, is it something? And, like, these 2 gas stations were just down the street from the hotel, and I'm like, is something wrong with this part of the neighborhood where they're like, we're not going to take care of our bathrooms? I don't know. So, like, I ended up driving like a mile or 2 down the road, and, like, I finally found an Exxon, and the Exxon actually has a decent bathroom. They actually have a seat cover. It's not out of order. The tissue is filled. I'm just like, what is going on here? So, yeah, oh man, it was, I don't know. Yeah, so anyways, because we hung out last night and this morning, was like, hey, what else do you want to do? He's like, let's do something inside since it's, like, super hot. I was like, you want to pet animals? He's like, sure. So we're gonna go and pet some animals. I'm so glad I was finally able to go to the restroom. So yeah, that ended up happening. Anyways, what else is there? I hope you're enjoying life. I am glad that your sibling, I really like the fact that your sibling is branching, like, basically helping other locals sell their stuff, and I love it. That way, like, hey, sometimes people, like, can do things on their own, like coffee and such, or drinks. Great idea. But then it's like, hey, let's go ahead and sell some other people's local stuff. So I love it. It's like, yeah, I really, really do. Because it's basically like, what was it? The book covers, I think that's a genius idea. I really like them. I think they're really pretty. And then also doing, like, pudding cups or, like, other desserts, and also being like, hey, we understand we're not always here, but you guys still want drinks, so here's this little mini fridge for you guys to order after hours. And I love that. Like, I really, really do. And then also having honey, just like, hey, here's a thing of honey. And so, yeah, I love it. Major props to your sibling. 10 out of 10. I like her entrepreneurship ideas and being like, hey, you know what? That's my work and this my work. Just to kind of gain more business and such. So, yeah, overall, I love the ideas. I really, really do. So, yeah. Oh, so my other ideas. I don't know how you feel about this at all, but I suggest this since I know you've done some carpentry and woodwork and such. And then also I wonder, since I wonder if you've also done some metalwork. if you can go ahead, now it's up to you, but just some ideas, since I think it's really cool. I wonder if you can create things out of wood or metal and then possibly sell them. Just some ideas. And so that way, like, maybe it'll be something that people can enjoy overall. So yeah, and like, A, it's a way for you to make money, but then also B, it's a great way for people to also enjoy the work that you've done. And especially knowing that you're very, very like handy and creative, and yeah, you really put effort inside of the jobs that you do. So yeah, and you can, yeah, I think it'll be great. Also, I think people need to start somewhere. So for example, one lady that I know, she went ahead and she did, what did she do? She did work. I remember she had like 3 tattoos, and she's like, yeah, this one of her tattoos was basically a friend, I think, given to her for free, or at a really, really cheap price, because they were learning and practicing how to tattoo. But they eventually became good enough so that they could actually charge a decent price. So you could potentially do the same thing, is if you're like, okay, this isn't my greatest work, still sell it. I'm sure somebody will want it, and just sell it at a more affordable price. So like the materials plus, like, let's say $20 or something, or maybe $5. I don't know. I don't know what you're comfortable selling it for. And then as you get better, like, go ahead and sell it at a higher price. So yeah. Anyways, I gotta go. My friend's waiting. I was enjoying the toilet a bit much. I was like, finally, tissue and a seat. Like, I actually have a seat and a working toilet. Who knew? Anyways, I'll talk to you later. Bye.